the airport is to begin commercial operations. That's good news for Ekiti, but the rate at which states in Nigeria look forward to having their own airports, the viability of that project. I understand that air travel seems to be the easiest and maybe the safest given current situation, but it's also the most expensive. And this airports, most of the airports in the state are domestic airports. The viability of that project, because after Ekiti, other states that do not have, I can hear their citizens already saying, oh, if Ekiti has airports, what are we waiting for? We need to have our own airport. The viability of the project, let's look at it.
Well, I would just lead with the plus sides of this particular project. We might, well, Nigerians generally might talk about why Ekiti, state of all states, doesn't need an airport of the sort. But I would say that because it's a cargo airport, it has quite the perceivable advantages. We're talking about what's it called? Global trade, right? Global trade facilitation. We're talking about immediate economic benefits like job creation, right? And of course, we're talking about emergency response to certain critical situations that require it, and a number of other things that it would help generate by way of economic growth, as it were. So I don't see it as that much of a problem per se. You could talk about the running costs, overhead, and all of that, but still, I would like to focus more on the positives than otherwise.
Doug?
Well, it's for me really things that are ludicrous as people. But again, Richard Joseph in his book, Prebendal Politics, The Rise and Fall of Second Republic, really alluded to the fact that most of the problem we have in Nigeria is that a whole lot of people want to invest so much in white elephants project because it's easier for you to get money out of it. We're looking at that whooping sum of over 16 billion that they are investing on a project. The question to ask is that how many aircraft will be willing to put an aircraft in Ekiti land? What is the passenger size? Because when you are doing investment, you have to look at the plus and the minuses. Yes, Akwa Ibom Air. Akwa Ibom invested so much in the airport. So what have they do? They have to invest in an airline so that they have passengers who, at least from Lagos, you can have one flight to Uyo and have another flight back in the evening. And that's their own airline. I don't know, will Air Peace put an aircraft, for example, on Ekiti Airport to fly to which destination? Is it Abuja or Lagos? I think that there are far more things states should actually put their resource on. I agree with Blessing to a very large extent, and I don't think we need too many multiplicity of airports, where even the current airports we have, even the national airports, servicing them is a problem.
That's the issue we just even talked about.
Yeah, servicing them is a problem. So I don't really know how viable that project is, except that it just fueled the ego of some people. But I don't think that is how we should drive economy. We should put our money where our mouth is.
Doc,
and I think that for me
you're
makes a lot of sense.
You're very spot on in this. It's sometimes a matter of ego, because when states, people from different states gather together, sometimes they throw jabs at each other and say, does your state have an airport? So sometimes it's just like a status thing. So let's know that this state has airports. If we talk about cargo, yes, it's good that this one at least will do cargo. But if we had the interstate train system working effectively, I think that would have sorted that very well. So the issue of cargo from interstate to one state to the other would be handled by train services. So that would even carry more passengers and be cheaper for people to afford, because considering the rate of airfares. But others saying congratulations to Ekiti State. But for other states that would want to embark on such a project, maybe there are other projects that would benefit your citizens or your residents more. We should begin to look at some of these things and consider other types of transportation that may not be so expensive, but we need more profit at the end of the day, rather than go for just let's belong to the league of states with airports. Let's wrap up here by saying that let's do what is right for the residents and by the residents of every state, and by extension for Nigerians.